Hello class. This is NU 708, Module 7, titled Leadership, Evidence, and Innovation. You have arrived to the all-important element of the EBP paradigm where evidence is translated and sustained in practice. As a practicing DNP, you should be involved in translating best evidence recommendations from evidence synthesis and clinical expertise into practice and assuring that practice changes are evaluated and sustained. Utilization of the EBP paradigm should become a fundamental component of your practice now. The student learning outcomes for Module 7 include the following. You, the student, will examine the value and implications of translation and dissemination of evidence for practice. You will discuss examples of how practice recommendations are integrated and disseminated for improvements in quality care delivery. To achieve these learning outcomes, read the final article in the AJN series on evidence-based practice. Consider the value of evidence to support policy revisions, the creation of new policies, and sustaining best practice recommendations. Consider and reflect on the value of those things. Besides making policy and practice recommendations and changes within your organization or facility, how else can best practice recommendations be conveyed to others? In this module, explore some literature on your own. Reflect on your future role as a DNP and a leader in healthcare organizations. Share your ideas in a scholarly paper about how you will integrate the EBP process and evidence-based decision-making into your culture and practice based on an informed perspective you acquire by examining the literature. So, in the paper, you want to share your ideas, but they are your informed ideas after reading the literature, reflecting on the literature about translating evidence and strategies for doing so. How will you, as a future DNP, contribute to advancing a commitment to a spirit of inquiry, that first step in the EBP process? How will you, as a future DNP, contribute to the real process of DNP and the sustainability of the EBP culture to translate evidence into practice? Think about that, read about that, and write about that. The rubric and grading guidelines for the written paper assignment are in Module 7. Make certain you utilize the JSU library databases to search the scholarly literature to cite and support the assumptions and discussions you make in your paper. Share what you have learned about evidence translation and your future role as a DNP in practice. What an awesome way to finish this semester.